because
the government should not be involved in who anyone marries. That's just stupid.
So the government shouldn't protect people's right to marry.
The government shouldn't be involved in who anyone marries.
You understand that marriage is literally a contract? Like,
yeah, and that's why I don't agree with it. You're literally signing something for the government to be more involved in something they shouldn't be involved in.
It's giving you legal recognition of your relationship.
Why do I need legal recognition for my relationship?
Well, it gives you a couple of different rights. I mean, like tax benefits. If you have your partner in a hospital, you get to go visit them. You know, and if your partner's on criminal trial, you can't be compelled to testify. Well, in most instances you can't be, and sometimes you can. But anyway. But in your view, the right to interracial marriage should not be protected by the Supreme Court and federally, or the Constitution doesn't protect that. Well, then you just said that abortion's not in the 14th Amendment.
It's not.
And it's not written there. So then you must not agree with gay marriage. You must not agree with interracial marriage.
Harry, where is ending a life in the 14th Amendment?
All right. We're not doing like these very like basic constitutional arguments of where does ending a life fall under the 14th Amendment. I mean, my God, we just talked about the Due Process Clause and the Equal Protection Clause. But if your view is that abortion is not written into the... Hold on now. If your view is that abortion is not... If your view, but it all falls under equal protection of the right to privacy.
That's not.
Oh my God. I'm not doing like a con law class with you. I'm not doing a con law class with you.
A what?
A con law?
Because you literally can't.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's 100% what it is. I guess you just don't understand the Supreme Court or the law, I guess. But anyway. All right. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Ridiculous. No.
I don't know what to tell you. There's multiple rights that fall under equal protection, but okay, it's fine.
I was listening to you talk about the border.
Yeah.
You do know that Biden ended Title 42, right?
It's not true. It's not true. Title 42 is a pandemic era regulation. It allows for regulate immigration in a time of a health emergency, but it's not permanent. So actually, the Biden administration ended the use of Title 42, but you can't use it forever. It's not something that can be used permanently. The only reason that it was only it started to be used under the Trump administration because in 2020 there was a pandemic, and that's when it was started in 2020.
I'm pretty sure it's 2019.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, it was started right when the pandemic happened, March 2020. You're right.
Exactly, because it's a health emergency thing. It can't just be used at any time. So, yeah.
But do you think that everyone should just be allowed in this country?
No. Never said that.
You did actually say that.
What? What the fuck? Golly, talk about putting words in people's mouths. I've never said that I think that every single person should be allowed in this country, that all people should be able to just walk through.
That's what you said to the other person, but okay.
I literally did not. We have the chat watching. Type 1 if I didn't say it. Type 2 if I said it. Watch.
Well,
look, even the chat is saying I never said that. Even the chat is saying I never said that. Look at all these ones. Look at all these ones coming through. Look at that.
So how is Kamala going to fix it? Because now she wants to build a wall that was...
Kamala.
Why do you guys care so much about her name when she doesn't even freaking know your name, okay?
Wait, what's your name?
I'm not saying my name because nobody ever says my name correctly, and I don't care because I'm not going to sit there and correct you my whole life.
All right, Jeffrey. Listen up, Jeffrey. It's just about basic respect, right? Just basic respect. And I also think it's a little bit of a microaggression when the Republicans purposefully mispronounce her name. They don't purposely mispronounce the name of Tim Walz, who's a straight white guy.
Because
when it comes to Kamala Harris, who's a woman of color, then it's mispronouncing her name.
Oh my God.
Then they think it's so funny.
I didn't purposely mispronounce her name, so there's that.
So, okay, you'll.
What is her policy to fix what's going on at the border? Do you know what's going on in Colorado?
A lot of things going on in Colorado.
A lot of things, like Venezuelan gangs taking over cities.
They're taking over cities, really?
They have
taking over a city, huh?
They have literally taken over Aurora, Colorado.
Oh, yeah?
Go look it up.
So, first of all, that's not true. Second of all...
How is that not true? There are literally people begging for help because the gangs have taken over. How is that not true?
So wait, 2 things. 3 things. 1, that's not true. Second of all, if that were true, then you'd be in favor of the Republicans switching their positions and now voting for the immigration bill that Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, the Democrats, and Republicans put forward, right? Because if you think it's such a disaster and the gangs are taking over, then you must hate Donald Trump.
I know that for a fact.
Okay, great. If you know that for a fact, then you must hate Donald Trump for killing the immigration bill that was written by Democrats and Republicans, right?
What did Donald Trump kill? Because he hasn't been in office for 3.5 years. So
he called up his buddies in Congress when he's, as the Republican nominee, has a lot of influence over the party, called up his buddies in Congress and told them to vote against the bill.
And you know that?
Yes.
Do you know what else was in that bill? Millions of more dollars going to Ukraine. I looked up the bill because I was listening to one of your other bullshit lies that you were lying all over live about.
Really? Yeah, so
I
wait.
looked it up.
Oh my God, it's so much misinformation. The Ukraine bill, so originally it was a bill that included Ukraine aid and it was an immigration bill.
And it was shot down.
What?
And it was shot down because our money doesn't need to be going to Ukraine.
Hold on. But then the bill was separated. Then there were 2 bills, one for Ukraine funding, one for immigration funding. The Ukraine bill passed. It got passed through Congress. So clearly the Ukraine funding was not the issue with the bill. The immigration portion didn't, the Ukraine portion did. So this immigration bill, which had no Ukraine funding, or at least not the overwhelming majority of the funding that we're talking about here, Republicans still vote against because they don't want to give the Democrats a win, quote unquote, when actually it's a win for America. They don't want to give the Democrats a win on immigration. So if you're complaining about gangs taking over cities, which is not happening, it's happening in Fantasyland on Newsmax and Fox News, then you should be gung-ho, full speed ahead on this immigration bill, right?
Oh, this bill did not get all Democrats on board either, so.
Yeah, I'm not asking
you. It was Trump that shot it down, but not all Democrats voted for it.
Correct. There's some Democrats.
Not been in office for 3.5 years.
Yeah, he called his. What did I say? He called up his friends in Congress and told them.
He called the Democrats too and told them not to vote for it too.
No, there are some Democrats who were against the bill. They were more farther left Democrats who were against the bill. But the overwhelming majority of Democrats in the Senate and the overwhelming majority of Democrats in the House agreed with the bill. So if you're so concerned about these gangs, which apparently are taking over cities, like entire cities, then you should be in favor of this immigration bill passing, and you would condemn Donald Trump and the Republicans for voting against it, right?
Donald Trump did not end that bill.
He called up his buddies and told them to vote against it. He told them, do not pass this bill. He came out against the bill on social media. He said, I killed the bill. He bragged about it, saying, please blame me.
He said, blame me, I killed the bill. Where?
Yes.
Pull it up.
Oh my God, I can't wait. Trump, please blame me. Oh my God, this is. Look, the first article that comes up, The Hill. Trump says, blame it on me if border bill fails. Washington Post, Donald Trump brags about his efforts to scuttle bipartisan border deal. Business Insider, Trump says, blame him if bipartisan border security deal tanks. Yahoo, Morning Joe resurfaces Trump saying, blame me for border bill failure.
Okay, if he said that.
Yeah, he said, blame it on me. So this immigration bill that you're talking about, Trump said, blame me for killing the bill. So if you're so against this apparent you're freaking out about these gangs apparently taking over entire cities, then you would be in favor of passing this immigration bill, and you'd say that Donald Trump is wrong for killing the bill,
there needs to be an immigration bill passed immediately. Yeah.
We agree. That's why the Democrats tried to do it with Republicans, and Republicans shot it down.
Tried to do it. Did all the Democrats try to do it, Harry?
There are some Democrats who are opposed to the bill, but the overwhelming majority of the Democrats agree with the bill. The President of the United States, Joe Biden, said, I'll sign the bill into law. The Vice President of the United States, who's running for president, said that she supports the bill. So the main Democratic Party supports the bill.
Okay, so tell me what the bill is.
Okay, that's fine. I'll do that first. So it does a variety of things. It invests more in Border Patrol, hiring more agents specifically to deal with drugs, hiring agents to deal with asylum seekers, things of that nature, and also just increasing the general force. It also invests in state-of-the-art technology at the border, at ports of entry, to scan cars coming through the border for drugs, because funnily enough, that's where most drugs come from ports of entry. It also invests in expanding immigration courts so that these asylum claims that may right now, because of a backlog, take 5 to 7 years to address, the goal is to get it to all of them addressed in under 6 months, from 5 to 7 years. It also gives the president the ability to shut down the border if it's being overwhelmed. Also gives the Border Patrol the ability to do the same.
If it is being overwhelmed.
Okay, so then you'd be in favor of the bill. All of those things and more is in this bill.
Yeah, no, there was Ukraine aid in that bill too.
No, that's not true.
That's
not true.
That's 100% true.
The bills were separated. Bills were separated. Oh my God. See, if I can't talk to you about facts, then there's no point in having a conversation. These bills were separated. You can look at it. Do you want a source on this too? Because I feel like every time I pull up a source, then you're like, oh, well, you're right. Hello?
I'm waiting. You're typing.
Well, I'm asking you, do you want a source for that?
I want like the .gov source.
A .gov source? What? Why would there be a .gov source for this?
Because that's where bills are. You know,
you want the actual text of the bill?
Oh my gosh. The audacity.
I'm asking you a question. Do you want the text of the bill? It's over 300 pages. I can't read you the entire bill, bro.
I'm not a bruh, by the way.
All right, Jerry.
No, your chat went and did some research on me. Good job, guys. No, they found my name. Don't know how, which is really...
Don't put her name in the chat. Stop it. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's wrong. So I have the bill in front of me. It's 300 pages. So what do you want me to do with this?
So summarize it.
I just told you what the bill does.
No, there is... Look, your chat is putting my name out there. So...
I don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't put her name in the chat. She doesn't want her name to be revealed, so don't do that.
I literally have a child, so your people putting my name out there is disgusting.
All right, do you want to leave?
Go look and see where the Ukraine aid is in there.
If you're genuinely... No, hold on now. If you're concerned about this, I'll drop you. Because I don't want you, like, your privacy to be
No, because I don't care. I'm not scared of these people. Even though people are crazy. But, no, I would like you to find the Ukraine in there.
They were separated.
Like, y'all are so hateful. I'm not saying
I'm sorry. If you're going to go on a rant about how Democrats are hateful, we'll just end the conversation.
I'm not saying you, but people in here are very mean. And I have not been mean at all. So, go ahead. Find the Ukraine aid.
Wait, what are you asking me to find? Because I have the immigration bill in front of me. Are you asking me for the Ukraine bill that passed?
No, I'm asking you. The Ukraine aid is in that bill.
No, it's not.
Scroll.
I'm looking at the bill right now. I'm looking at it right now. It's in front of me.
Keep scrolling. There's 300 pages.
I'm not reading 300 pages right now. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, please
read. It's not doing that.
And when you find in that bill,
it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. The immigration. Oh my God. I don't know how many times I have to say this. The Ukraine bill passed. The funding that included the bill that included funding for Ukraine passed and got signed into law by President Biden. It passed with Republicans and Democrats voting for it. So if that bill passed, the only part of the bill that remains, or the original, is the immigration portion of the bill. Republicans will not vote for it.
Democrats didn't vote for it either, Harry.
There are some Democrats who didn't. You're right. There are some Democrats who were opposed to that bill. But that's not all that uncommon. There's not going to be unanimous support for every single bill among a party all the time. That's a crazy expectation. But with this bill, the Democrats overwhelmingly were in favor of it. The overwhelming majority of senators, the overwhelming majority of House members, and the President of the United States and the Vice President of the United States. So if you're so concerned about gangs apparently taking over cities, then you'd be in favor of this immigration bill. But you can't bring yourself to say that because you're so partisan and so in love with Donald Trump and in a cult that you can't even be like, yeah, I think this policy should pass because it's good for America. Man.
I'm going to get out of this live because your chat is literally putting my location out there too.
I have not seen anybody put your location
Somebody
out there,
literally just put it out there. That's
do not do that.
Disgusting. You people are fucking sick.
All right. We'll just drop you down. Don't get into a war here, all right? All right, goodbye. Jeez Louise. Your name and location's in your bio? Well, if that's the case, then that's probably a little bit of a cell phone there. But obviously don't do that. I mean, if there's somebody in here, I would not. I'm not in favor of them having any of their personal information revealed. That's not what we do here. That's not what we do. That's not what we're about. You know what I mean? We're not what we're about. Shonda, or Jack and Piper's mom, I should say, thank you for the $20. My mom, dad, and I want to give you a Ford F-150 hoodie. You got to get rid of that Chevy hoodie. Send me one. I'll do it for sure. Becca, thank you for the $5. I appreciate you saying, my man, Harry. Thank you so much. Alana, as a former healthcare worker, I'm even familiar with the CDC having a playbook for a zombie apocalypse. They have plans for everything, no matter how far-fetched. Sai, love you. Thanks for being here as always. There you go. It's a good point. Exactly. Daniel, thank you for the $5 saying, I don't know how you deal with this level of stupidity. Yo! God, JW, my man, you're going insane, brother.
I just talked to JW. He told me to tell you hi because I was on my own live. And that dude's a go. He was
telling you, JW's the
He was working at the House of Representatives on January 6th. He also he told me a little bit of his backstory. Great guy, great man right there.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy's the go.
Jack and Piper's mom, it's so good to see you. I need to DM you back. I was only in LGA. Don't worry about it.
Can you shut the hell up while I read this stuff?
Sorry.
Golly.
Don't worry about that. I try to talk a little bit about my life for just 1 second. This guy shuts me down.
Yeah, give me a second. These people are important. Daniel, thank you for the $5 saying, I don't know how you deal with this level of stupidity. That's why I haven't been live as much recently, because I say this to Chris all the time on the phone. It's like, after we get off of live and after we talk to people who are like, yeah, there's, the big pharmaceutical companies are hiding a cure for cancer. I'm just like, I can't talk to these people every day anymore. It's so bad. Alexa, thank you for the $3 saying this girl is so embarrassing. Alexa, I like that description of her. I'd probably agree with that. Gail, thank you for the $6.66 saying for defending women's bodily autonomy. It's an important issue. Karen, thank you for the $25 saying, Harry, how weird are these people? WTF? Yes, this is not your father's Republican Party. Haha, cult. I agree, Karen. It's certainly not. JW, thank you for the fireworks, my man. I agree, Karen. That's a good description. Tori, thank you for the $10 saying abortion is freedom of religion under the tenets of the Satanic Temple. Interesting. That's an interesting argument. Interesting. That's actually, I wonder what Law of the Wild has to say about that. Maybe we'll talk to him about that one day. Devon, thank you for the $10 saying buy yourself a drink. You need it after dealing with MAGA every night. Tell me more about that. Yo, JW, thank you for the greeting card, my man. Golly, you're going crazy, brother. Devon, thank you. I appreciate that. Julia, thank you for the $10 saying met you at the DNC the night Kamala spoke. You're super nice and thanks for talking to me. Julia, I feel like, Oh, wait, hold on now. I remember you, Julia. Wait. This is crazy. I was about to go, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe comment on this Venmo right here and tell me if I'm right. You were the girl that I met before I went on News Nation, right? I was standing there and I was like with the blonde woman next to me. JW, you're going insane, buddy. I appreciate you. That's right, Julia. I feel like if not, then I'm maybe thinking of somebody else. But I'm pretty sure you're the girl who's like, oh my God, I see your live streams. I'm like 99% sure.
What a beautiful human being.
Shane, thank you for the $5 saying these MAGA people can't say that Trump is ever wrong because their mouths are too full. Whoa, I can't say that on live. Love you all and all you do. Thanks for teaching me so much. Can't say that online. Can't say it online. All right, I'm gonna power through these. Shelly, thank you for the $10 saying baby mama drama. Amy, thank you for the $10 as well, saying for all your lives. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate you. Clarence, thank you for the $10 saying, how are you going to make a hell of a lawyer one day? I appreciate that, Clarence.
I don't know about all that.
Kel, I don't know about all that. Kel, thank you for the $3 saying abortion is in the Bible, Numbers 5:17 through 28. I'll have to look that up. Thank you. Tessa, thank you for the $5 saying Torah. I can't read that out, Tessa. I don't even know what that says. Diego, thank you for the $20. I think that's like a tongue twister or something. I don't want to embarrass myself. Diego, thank you for the $20 saying MAGA sources, trust me, bro, news. You're damn right, brother. You're damn right. Gunner, thank you for the $2 as well. Donation for a MAGA vaccine. Why did all these fail? A bunch of these failed. Cody, thank you for the $5. And Alicia, thank you for the $47, Alicia. Thank you so much. Can we get some W Alicias in the chat? Are you kidding me? Golly, a bunch
crazy.
of these failed.
Guys, make sure you double tap the screen. You almost had 1 million. Brooke,
Why'd
good
they
to see
fail?
you. Good to see you. Thanks for coming over. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I apologize to Nicola, to Richard, to Kitty. All these, for some reason, these payments failed to my.
Well, it's
Cash App.
probably because
SF, thank you for the $5. I appreciate you, beta. Venmo, Cash App.
you
in the
might
link
make
in
a
bio
good
if you wanna
lawyer.
support the live.
You might make a good lawyer.
Bro, can you shut the hell up? Oh, sorry.
You certainly
Can
won't. You certainly won't make a good. Would never make a good pro NCAA player, man. We know how that's going.
Dude, this guy's literal Garbo.
You excited to play the Bandits tonight, though?
Yeah, I am.
Actually, it's already out.
I'll-
I just realized.
Venmo, Cash App in the link in bio if you want to support the live. Cash App is having issues. Is it just Cash App generally, or is Venmo, Cash App in the link in bio if you want to support the live. Also drop a follow if you haven't already. Double tap the screen, all that good stuff. And shout out JW again, bro. This guy's going insane. What's up, man?
Yo, Harry. What's up?
What's up?
So I'm really undecided still, but for me personally, I honestly liked a lot of things that RFK had to say. And for me personally, having IBS, he did a lot of things with food and trying to change the way that there's so many chemicals in our food. And I know that firsthand because of the issues I've had my whole life with my stomach. So I support that 100%. And also, I mean,
Well, he lost, so it doesn't matter.
I don't care if he lost because he supports Donald Trump. So.
Wait.
So you're going to support Donald Trump because RFK and Jr. endorse him?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't see anything that Kamala's done good, so.
Kamala.
Whatever the hell her name is, I really don't care.
No, it's not whatever, dude. It's her name, bro. Pronounce it correctly.
Dude, okay, that's besides the point.
Not besides the point.
She's been in there for 4 years, so why hasn't she done anything in the 4 years?
All right, Chris, I hear you down there. Do you want to say something about that food thing, or what do you want to talk about?
I was going to say really quickly, like, one of the reasons I really don't like RFK is because I know everyone talks about the vaccine, but yeah, in terms of like food and specifically like going into like mental health, what we put into like our bodies, it's such nonsensical fucking garbage. Like it's all trash. Okay, there's not a bunch of scary chemicals in your food that aren't in other countries.
But there is though.
There really? Can you name me one?
Yeah, actually, you can pull it up right now. Look at the things that are in cereal, Pringles, Doritos.
Okay, I was hoping for like a name of a substance.
Banned in other countries.
Yeah, but that's the thing. So this is what I'm saying. I'm already annoyed, right? Because it's not. It's not. You're just. This
But
is
it
like.
is.
No. This is pure misinformation. So like one of the most common things that people say is like red 40, right? The food coloring, red 40, yellow 40, whatever that like used to like color red Gatorade is banned. It's banned in Europe. It's banned everywhere. This is a prime example. You understand? It's not. The substances are called different things overseas, but they're the same. They're the same shit. They have red 40. They have it. All these are substances that have been extensively tested. Nobody's dying because the reason that people are unhealthy in America is because they're eating too much food, calories in versus calories out. There's a lot of high amount of sodium, stuff like that. But there's no red 40 and banned evil chemicals in our food. It is such nonsense. It's wrong. I concur.
I concur.
I disagree, but it's okay. I guess that's fine. I don't know.
All right, and by the way,
I've
your point
been
that she's
whole
vice
life,
president for
but-
4 years. Your point on she's vice president for 4 years. Why hasn't she done anything? What are the powers given to the vice president of the United States granted in the Constitution? What two powers are the powers of the vice president?
Okay, I'm not here for all of the factual laws and whatever their job title is. I don't really care about all that.
Yeah,
Me
y'all be all right now. Y'all stay safe, all right?
All right, I'll be safe. I'm very safe right now, actually. I'm at work. working a midnight shift.
Dude, I'm actually very safe, so I don't know why you said that. Yeah, okay, so the vice president's two main jobs are one, stay alive, be there. So in case something
What the
happens
hell
to the
does that have
president,
to do with the job?
because they're vice president. Their entire purpose is that if the president, the entire purpose of the vice president is that if the president were to die or they become incapacitated, the vice president takes over. So number one, stay alive. Number two, be president of the Senate, preside over the Senate. That's the vice president's job. Those are the two powers. So tell me, within those two powers, how could Kamala Harris influence all of this policy or get policy passed to begin with as vice president?
I understand what you're saying, but for her to be the vice president and Biden to be the president, she worked hand in hand with him for 4 years, and they did not
got a lot
single
done.
thing. They didn't.
Oh,
Period.
oh.
The
Oh,
world
man,
is
this poor
shit
now you
right
got us in our
I'm
zone.
gonna work until I die.
You've got this guy.
You
You've got this
understand
man.
I'm
You
gonna
got
work until the day I go.
Harry. You've got this guy man coverage right now. You're going 4 verts. To your left is like Devontae. You've got like 99 speed
speaking a
receivers.
different fucking
Go
language
ahead.
right
Ready,
now.
Blue 80. Here we go. Ready.
I'm Jalen Milrow about to fuck this guy up.
That was so funny. That was actually hilarious.
Yeah, we think it's funny. You're just like, you have no humor, so you're boring.
No, I'm
yeah,
just
so
sitting
wait,
here telling
so
the truth.
okay, great. Under the Biden-Harris administration, they passed the PACT Act, which expanded health care for veterans exposed to toxic burn pits abroad. Because of that program, over 1.2 million people have signed up for it, and they're now getting more health care now than they were before. Are you telling me that's
Okay.
nothing?
Okay, so now let me ask you something.
Wait. Is that nothing? You said they haven't done anything, so is that nothing?
Okay, they've done things. Sure, they've done some things.
Okay,
but the
also,
things they've done are really very tiny things.
Wait, expanding health care for veterans is tiny?
Why do we
1.2
have
million
millions
people?
of veterans sitting on the roads, fucking begging for food?
And guess what? The Biden administration has also increased funding for HUD, Housing and Urban Development, to expand access to housing for lower income people. So more people have a roof over their head because of increased
For
funding.
illegal immigrants. We're giving illegal immigrants
No, it does not apply.
$35,000
No,
to get a
it does
house
not
in
apply to
California.
illegal immigrants. It does
Okay,
not
then
apply
how
to
come illegal
undocumented
immigrants
migrants.
in California are able to get a down payment on a home and get into a home with 0%
Those are
interest
state
rates?
laws. Those are state laws, not federal laws. So
Democrat states.
it doesn't matter. We're talking about federal law right now. You could be a Democrat state, Republican state. We're talking about federal law. That's not federal law. Also, the Biden-Harris administration passed the largest infrastructure bill since Eisenhower's highway system, investing in new roads and bridges, removing every single lead pipe in America so everybody has clean drinking water, expanding access to Wi-Fi, weatherizing our electrical grids, things of that nature. That's a big deal. Donald Trump tried to get an infrastructure bill passed. He failed. Biden got it done. Biden-Harris got it done. Is that nothing?
Yeah, they also left the border wide open, so they did a lot.
Okay, how did they do that? How did Biden open the border?
I can tell you 100% that where I live, I witness on a day-to-day basis.
I don't care.
Immigrants
I don't care.
being arrested for
I don't care.
committing serious
I don't care.
crimes.
I don't care. You
Okay, so
mistake
you don't
me
care
for
about
somebody.
illegal immigrants making,
No.
doing
I
crimes
don't
in
care
the
about
area.
your
That's what-
personal experience. I'm asking you, how did Biden open the border?
You never care about a personal experience. You only care about what you see on
I'm
CNN
asking you about
News.
data. Let's talk data. Let's talk fact. How did Biden
wanna
open the
talk
border?
about the data that somebody showed on
Let's
fucking
do
CNN
it.
News.
It's
Let's
not.
talk
It's
about what you actually see in the world. What's actually happening.
Yeah, I'm asking you. Yeah. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the actual reality. So, how did Joe Biden open the border?
Well, he sure as hell didn't close it.
Oh my God. Okay, how did he open it?
Well, considering that if you look at the statistics, if you want to pull up statistics,
No.
millions of illegal immigrants coming into the country.
No.
So
No.
we're not going to look
That
at
means
those facts.
that means nothing. That means nothing.
It
I'm
doesn't.
asking you, what did
You can
Biden
see it
do
firsthand.
to open the border? What did Biden do to open the border? You don't know.
Let them in. He let them in.
How? By doing
They were
what?
coming in on busloads, Harry. How
By
do you
doing
not
what?
see what's in front
What
of you?
policy? What policy did Biden implement that opened the border?
He didn't implement a fucking policy to close it.
I'm asking you.
Oh my
I don't know
God.
how hard. I don't know how difficult this is.
Yo, JW,
What
thank
did
you so
Biden
much.
do to open the border? What policy did Biden pass
Check
to
my
open the
response.
I
border?
don't care about the policy, Harry.
Oh
Just
my
look,
fucking
open
God.
your eyes.
Bro,
You're
hey,
always in
hey,
like, oh, what about
yo,
policy?
buddy,
So name me a policy
I'm
that
gonna
Kamala Harris has put out. Name me one of her
blow your
policies.
mind. Hey, man, I'm gonna blow your mind. This is why Harry's
Blow
asking
it.
this.
Blow
It's
my
correlation. It's correlation without causation. Right now in the state of Maine, in the last 10 years, The consumption of tangerines correlates perfectly with the divorce rate. No lie. We would not go around saying that tangerines are causing divorces in Maine. This is called correlation without causation. So you've made a claim. You've said Joe Biden opened the border. All Harry's asking is how or why. What did he do? The cause. Give me the policy. Give me what actually happened. And you can't name it, which means you have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, so then could you explain to me how there's millions of immigrants coming into the country and committing heinous crimes?
Okay, so first of all, undocumented immigrants are undocumented people are much less likely to commit violent crimes, and not every single stat
Well, I
shows.
see it every single day.
Okay, that's fine what you see, but the Texas state government has run many studies on this and would say that they're much less likely to commit violent crime. Number two, again, the reason is because when COVID happened, a lot of countries, specifically in like Central America, their economies were ravished, like destroyed.
That doesn't have anything to do with us.
No, but they all left and they migrated to try to find a better life. And so
why don't they fix their own country instead of coming to ours?
So that's not what we're talking about. Let's try to follow a logic train. So if again you ask why are people coming? I'm telling you, there's an influx of people because of COVID, and so now there's a massive quantity, or there was a massive quantity of people trying to cross the border, and that's why Democrats tried to pass a bipartisan border bill, because we didn't have enough funding and not enough resources, but Republicans denied that. So why did Republicans tank the bipartisan border bill?
I honestly don't know what that is.
Well, okay, well, so to get like actual legislation passed to the border, you have to go through Congress. So Republicans and Democrats debated, came up with like the strictest border bill ever, where like you give Joe Biden the authority to close the border after a certain amount of time. You approve or deny visas within. You approve or deny visas within 6 months. You funnel more money than ever into security and all this stuff. And Republicans voted no at the last minute, and they did that because of PR reasons. Because you can't solve the border 8 months before an election, or Donald Trump would lose his main talking point. But yes, Democrats had a solution. They wanted it. They desperately tried for it. Republicans said no.
Like Democrats are at the top of office now.
Okay, so so I feel like now we're just having a basic misunderstanding of how our government works, right? So we have checks and balances. So like Yo, JW, thank you so fucking much. Can I get a huge W in the chat for JW? You are, oh my God. JW, you are incredible, man. I love you so much. Thank you. Huge W for JW. So the thing is, like, we have checks and balances, right? And so the executive branch is not supposed to be able to like do whatever they want. You know, that's kind of the whole point of our checks and balances. So like, you know, the president, even if he wants to do something, he a lot of the times has to get support from Congress, both branches of Congress, or the Senate and the House, and then you pass it and have it signed. So that's why he can't do anything. He has very little authority. He needs Congress.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I understand how these things work. I'm just telling you that I can promise you 100 million %, there is no way in hell you can tell me that anything they've done in the last 4 years is going to be fixed or done better in the next 4 years if they get back into office.
Okay, so let me ask you this: what is Donald Trump's like plan for like fixing all of these things?
Agenda 47.
Okay, and what does that include?
You can pull it up and look at it if you like.
No, I mean, I'd actually. So I listened to Trump's speech today, literally from start to finish. I didn't hear a single thing of substance, and that's usually what Agenda 47 is. He's like,
well,
I'm gonna bring America back. I'm gonna bring America back to economic greatness. I'm gonna lower inflation to zero. All this stuff, but how? How? I'm asking you how.
Look at his agenda.
Do you know it?
I mean, I don't know every single point.
Okay.
But
Do you know one point?
You can pull it up and read it right now.
I mean, that's kind of on you. I feel like.
It means nothing to pull it up and read it right now. You're saying you support this policy. So if you support this policy, you should be able to reiterate to us what the policy actually is, what it does. So what's his plan?
All right. Well,
there he goes. Back to Google. He thinks that, he can still hear him.
By the way,
can't hear you if you're off TikTok, man.
By the way,
I gotta come back.
An hour 20 today, and like early, like an hour 30.
You're asking for what the fucking policy is, so I'm trying to go tell you.
Well, you say that you support this. Do you support Agenda 47?
I support what Donald Trump is going to do for the country in the next 4 years.
Okay, and you don't know what it is. So that's the problem.
Well, I know for a fact it's not shit that Kamala's done. So.
Oh, my.
Kamala.
Oh, my God, dude.
Wait, so are you saying that you disagree? Wait, just to be clear.
Pronounce her name right?
Are you saying that you disagree with Kamala Harris and Joe Biden expanding access to veterans' health care? Are you saying you disagree with their investments in infrastructure? Are you saying that you disagree with them capping insulin at $35 a month for seniors on Medicare?
Never happened.
What? Nice. Nice.
Yeah, you know what? Chris and I always like joke about this sometimes. We're like, one of us will do something stupid. And I'll be like, bro, did you just do that? I'll be like, no, like it never happened. Like, dude, I literally just saw you do it. He's like, no, not true.
And by the way, to your last little point there, yeah, it's actually really important. It's interesting how like African Americans and African American women in this country are not respected in places of power. So like we already went through this, right? Barack Obama became the president, and
Why are
Donald
we
Trump.
bringing race into this? This has nothing to do with
Well,
race is part of it.
It actually did,
It's
because
not,
your first hold on, your first
Absolutely.
comment just before we started talking about this, like literally 10 seconds ago, you said something about why does it matter if I can't pronounce her name? It does, because again, Barack Obama was apparently from another country. It's very deliberate. Donald Trump today, like 10 times, purposely mispronounced her name. It's a sign of respect, right? It's very simple. Kamala.
That's not racist, though. That has nothing to do with her race. That's just because I don't really care about her name.
Okay.
She
I
could be
think
white,
you should
black,
think. I think.
Asian,
I think. I
African,
think
I
you.
don't really care.
I think you should think more deeply about that. That's all.
Can you pronounce my name, please? And if you say it wrong, you're racist.
No, that's not what we're saying. If you mispronounce
That's literally
Kamala
what you
Harris's
just
name,
said.
no, it's not. If
Oh
you
my
mispronounce her name accidentally and you're like, oh my God, I'm sorry, like let me get the correct pronunciation, and you correct yourself, that's fine. Nobody's saying you can't make a mistake. But if we're like, yeah, her name is Kamala Harris, and Donald Trump is like, Kamala, Kamala,
didn't say it
whatever.
like that. I
And
didn't
you,
mock
and you,
her name.
you
I just
literally,
said
you literally
Kamala.
just said who
The
cares?
guy you're voting for it.
And you just said who cares? And yes, Donald Trump mocked it like 5 times today. He said it wrong on purpose.
Okay, but see, this is the thing: is your guys' biggest points on Donald Trump being the most terrible man in the world is because he's a felon. So
Yes.
what does that mean? when I go to work, do I go up to my boss and be like, "Oh, do you cheat on your wife when you go home? Because if you do, I'm not working for this company."
That's not why he's a.
You pay
That's not why
everything
he's
that I
a.
do.
Wait,
hey,
hold on
numbnuts,
now.
That's not why he's a felon.
Okay, even the money fraud, I don't even care. So do I go to my boss and say, "Oh, did you commit fraud?" No, you pay my
So
bills. That's all I'm worried about.
you're mixing up cases.
Yeah, you're just
Congrats.
mixing cases.
Well, according to you guys, he has millions of cases, and
He
he's just
does.
the most
First of
terrible
all,
man.
well, he has
is.
a bunch of cases. First of all, trying to compare like a working relationship that you have with an employer to somebody who's running to be president
So-
of the United States
what is he
is
doing?
wild.
He
Not
is
only
the
that,
boss
but number
of the
two,
country, correct?
let me ask you this. Would you hire a company you're running to be your treasurer, your financial advisor, somebody who was found liable for extensive
billionaire.
business fraud
A billionaire.
and found liable for fraud in different cases as well?
Yes, I would hire a billionaire to run my company, 100,000,000%. Any day of the month, I
Wait,
will hire
a billionaire who scammed their way into money.
Well, pretty much every billionaire you've ever seen has done some sort of fraud to get to where they're at. So yes, I
What?
would not mind it.
What fraud? Really? What fraud did Warren Buffett
Every
commit?
single billionaire in the United States of America
What
has
fraud
100%
did Warren
done
Buffett
some
commit?
sort of tax.
What fraud? Wait. This is not even a tax-related thing. What fraud did
That's fraud.
Warren Buffett
Money
commit?
fraud.
No. That's tax fraud.
So,
What
Buffett,
fraud did Warren Buffett commit?
Warren Buffett made a majority of his money in the stock market, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I don't know Warren Buffett's entire story, but I can guarantee how many businesses did Warren Buffett own?
I'm not asking you a simple question. Has Warren Buffett committed a bunch of fraud?
Probably, at least once,
Okay.
probably.
Yeah, I'm sure. No, it's utter nonsense. It's utter nonsense. You have a
You've only
guy.
been in this
So wait,
country for like 6 years.
what?
You've only been in this country for like 6 years. So how do you even have an opinion on the way this country is
I'm a native born American citizen. What are you talking about?
No, you were born in Singapore and then you moved to Dubai and you didn't even come here until you were in high school.
Yeah,
So
I find it
you're
funny.
Like, what, 21?
I find it funny how you guys are like using this as like a gotcha recently. Yeah, I was born in. I posted a video about myself. Like I said
I'm not
this. Yeah, I
saying
was
it's a
born in.
bad thing.
I know. I was born in Singapore as a native-born American citizen.
I get that, but what I'm saying is,
Okay, so then wait,
you
what the
didn't live here
fuck's your
for
point
over
then?
half of your life. You didn't live here for over half of your life. That's my point.
What's the point then?
I just said what the point was.
By the way,
Can you
it's
not
not
hear?
6 years; it's 8 years. But what's the point? Sorry, what was it?
8 years. You've been here for 8 years, Harry.
Wait, is that right?
So
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
I
What's
don't
the
even
point?
care about the math. You haven't been here for more than half of your life. So how can you
So
come
what?
here and just all of a sudden, oh, you've lived here your whole life. You don't understand the way this world works. You grew up in a rich family.
What the fuck?
You
What kind of
lived in a
wait?
rich
What kind of
country.
an argument are you trying to make right now? This is such a terrible
By the
argument.
Democratic Party.
This is such a you're like going off your rocker right now. See, the problem is it's so funny. It's like MAGA always collapses, right? You always
No, I'm
collapse
not collapsing.
when you have
I haven't
when you have like
collapsed, I'm
no
chilling.
policy belief. when you have no policy belief
Fuck the policy,
and no
Jerry.
ability
That's
to
not what
defend,
I'm worried
I'll mute.
about.
Can a mod mute this guy real quick so I don't have to do it? Because I'm sick of you interrupting. When you have no policy belief and no actual argument to make, you can't back up what you're saying. You spiral. And I see it so often in my lives. You always go to like things like, oh, you're paid, or now the new thing is, oh, you've only lived here for like 6 years, or like you weren't born here, so you don't know how this world works, or something like that. And now you're going, oh, you're paid by the Democrats. It's like you're just spiraling. If you can't defend your beliefs, my man, you don't got to go down this route, brother. You don't got to go down this route. And if I'm so uninformed, thank you for the fireworks. I appreciate you. If I'm so uninformed, then it should be easy to argue against me. It should be easy to debunk what I'm saying, but you failed thus
You're not
far.
informed. I'm not saying you're not informed. I know this
So then
is what you do.
wait, then
all
what is
day.
the
This
what
all
was
you
the
do.
point you were trying to make?
My point is that you've never been in the lower middle class, so you can't speak.
How do you know?
Because you literally grew up in Singapore and Dubai. Those are two very wealthy countries. Then you come to the United States
when I
and
lived
you
in
sit on
Dubai,
social media to get paid off.
when I lived in Dubai, it was not what it was today. So I lived in Dubai when I was like between the ages of like 1 and 6. That's like what, 15 years ago ish. So Dubai that you see today is not the Dubai of then, for the record.
So you're telling me you lived poor in Dubai?
I'm not telling you my financial status and how I lived and didn't live. But for you to make an assumption, be like, oh, you've never lived in a certain income group or certain way is just like super weird to me. That's all.
No, I'm just saying that for somebody that hasn't lived in the middle class, you don't see the
But how do you
effects
know
of
that?
middle class prices.
How do you know that? But also that doesn't matter.
Yo,
But
yeah.
also it doesn't
Yeah, this is-
it doesn't matter whether you think that I have done that or how